Well, Amazon has billions of dollars invested in data centers across Madison County, and tonight we're taking a closer look at how the company plans to keep those facilities running without draining the local water supply. 3 side Holly Emery explains.
As Amazon's footprint grows across Madison County, so do questions about what it means for the local water supply. At the Canton megasite, 5 data centers are already up and running, currently on well water. But Amazon has a plan to change that, and it starts with a partnership with Veolia, a global water treatment company.
This new facility is not placing any demand on local drinking water production or on the local watershed either. It's 100% fed from this treated wastewater source.
And water isn't always needed.
For a large portion of the year, the cooling is achieved through air cooling alone. Water is not required either. It's only as the heat increases seasonally where water is required for cooling as well.
In Ridgeland, Amazon is taking a different approach. It's investing $55 million to upgrade the city's water system, boosting production capacity from 7 million gallons a day to 11 million. Amazon's Roger Weiner says the commitment looks different depending on the location.
In Canton, we'll use 100% recycled water. And then for the balance here in Ridgeland, we'll only use water 9% of the year. That's approximately 30 days a year.
Back in Canton, Veolia says the goal extends well beyond this one project.
Each time that we can work with a partner to address their water management and minimize their water footprint for a new facility, it helps overall, and it helps maintain that water security for the local community.
By mid-2027, Veolia will switch all data centers in the megasite to 100% recycled wastewater. In Madison County, Holly Emery, 3 on your side.